You know, the DFW area is such a diverse area. There's cities, there's inner cities, there's outer cities, there's suburbs, there's rural area. We have over 675 languages spoken in this area. You're talking about people coming in literally from all over the world.
An exciting place to live. A lot of energy, a lot of activity, wonderful people. DFW is number 3 in the nation in childhood poverty. There's sex trafficking issues. There are hunger issues. There are certainly racial issues.
I think the racial reconciliation is one of the darkest spaces in society, but I believe the church is the place of light.
The numbers in our Hispanic community here in Dallas DFW are growing, and they're somewhere around 45%. And what we need is an ongoing relationship with these people that are different from us, that speak a different language, that came from a different country, or maybe are occupying different workspaces in our communities.
Even with 36,000 nonprofits and 3,000 churches, the needle is not moving. And it's not until churches and nonprofits, marketplace can come together in unity that we're really going to see some significant movement in terms of making the city what it needs to be.
If we want to address the issues facing us, there's generics and specifics, but they can all be addressed best when we do it together. So I'd say that the first phase was the establishment phase, where we went in with a big bang and big gatherings and gathering a lot of people. The second phase for us is when we realized that what we were doing had to be more about doing it together and less about speaking what was happening. Taking that theology, that understanding, that methodology of believing that the room is always smarter than any one individual. We're trying to serve the non-profits in the city. We want to convene the conveners. And we believe just bringing them together in relationship will make them better.
Once you're able to bring people together, then you can create collaboratives. You can catalyze activity, and you can then come together to celebrate what's happened because of it.
You know, sooner or later, every city, every community is going to have a crisis. And it's at that moment when you're really squeezed, when the pressure's on, that you find out what is the strength and the power of the relationships. And when we had our shooting downtown a few years ago, one of the things that was really just beautiful to see was that a lot of the groundwork relationally that had been being built by convening and gathering people together was able to be leveraged at that moment of crisis.
Can you imagine what impact the church has if it can lead the way in bridging together this deeply divided aspect of our society because of who God is and the way Jesus loves us, and are exemplifying that in the way we deal with each other.
To bring people together and to lead everyone in prayer. And that began kind of a movement of prayer.
And it's from that, creating that common space of intimacy. God is the one that pulls us together. And in prayer, we experience that more than in anything else we can do. The reality was that as we kept on speaking, one thing kept on rising to the top. And this one thing was this heart for the next generation. We realized that the string where so many of these societal ills started was with spiritual poverty in the next generation. And we realized if we could address that, it would have a ripple effect as we would raise up a generation that passionate about God and the fullness of life that He wants to bring for the city. We all say that we believe in God being the one that can take 5 loaves and 2 fish and feed the multitudes. We quote scriptures like Ephesians 3:20 that says He's able to do exceedingly abundantly what we think or imagine. But what could God do in your city through your obedience that is infinitely greater than what you could do on your own?